best parts of hanging out with these guys without the hangover.
Hey, welcome back, campers.
Hey, Swizzleton. Hey, thanks for having me on the show, Larry.
Absolutely. Thanks for being on today.
Yeah.
You know, this welcome back to Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic.
I'm actually Zig again. Before
Zig
I was
again.
A pretty lady.
You were a pretty lady, and now you're back to Zig. And I am, as always, Crunk Kringle. And welcome back to tomfoolery and buttfuckery. That is this show.
I'd like to personally thank Nikki for filling in for me for a couple of weeks while I was in prison. Obviously, our listenership just went down because I'm back. But so I thank her. I apologize to you, wherever you may listen.
I'm just glad that that whole Laotian child bride thing got cleared up for you.
Did you know that's still illegal?
I do now.
And you do 100%, like I was asking for, you do 100% have to buy them a plane ticket too. A box with holes is not okay. That's a long flight. It doesn't get much longer than that unless you buy one from New Zealand, but those people ain't selling.
No, they're not cool about it. And I lost my yes and because I was trying to mess with technical shit over here. Make sure that
you got your entire rig out in your yard right now.
Yeah, sure do. It's too damn nice. I didn't want to be down in the danger dungeon, and I'm in my little it's a swing.
Oh, look, is there a hole in the seat?
Well, there is, but
strategically placed entrance in your seats.
Yeah. Strategically placed entrance is actually the tattoo above my asshole.
I see you got yourself a little copper mug there, bud.
Yeah, we're enjoying a mule. Can we still say Moscow Mule? Or do we have to do like the Freedom Fries thing?
Yeah, and I was just to say it's a Justice Mule.
It's the Justice Mule.
It's a free Kiev mule.
It is
as long as you're making it with Tito's, I think you're fine.
I would say it is with Tito's, so it's with American vodka. Hey, I don't know if you can see my new hat.
I know it says words on it, but there's a glare from the sun, pal. I can't. And now there's a bigger glare from your head.
Oh yeah, it's worse. ABC WIBC Mixed League Champion 84-85. This is
you know what? You read it. I still don't know what it means.
So we got it's the son of a buddy of mine, John Means, better known as Dr. Gonzo, stand-up comic extraordinaire, who is a legend. I know we talked about him on the show before. He's the one that has opened for like Jefferson Starship for years and Huey Lewis in the News, and like good friends with Robin Williams, came up with Dana Carvey and Kevin Pollak and all those guys in the San Francisco late 70s, early 80s scene. And his son finds these dumbass patches and puts them on old trucker hats. And I found some yesterday. And if
it looks like he doesn't even bother to do them straight, which I appreciate.
That's why I love it.
It's cock mildly ace deuce. It's like 20% inclines. It's on there. It's on there.
Well, I kept adjusting, and I'm like, no, the hat's straight. It's the patch that's crooked.
I don't think perfection is what we're going for. I'm wearing a second-hand do-rag currently, so what the hell does it matter?
And how did you get the smell out?
You don't. You don't get the smell out. If you're going to buy second-hand headwear from a fucking yard sale for 25 cents, ironically, you keep the smell. Actually, there's a jacket that went with it. We got it home. We're trying to get the smell out. I'm going to say failed experiment. It's a life lesson more than an article of clothing. I should not go to yard sales. Well, A, at all, B, drunk, or C, drunk and realizing that they're in a trailer park community. I have way too much fun and I make a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And I purchased this there. Not from the yard sale, but it just inspired me to purchase this.
Okay.
I've been looking for this for a while. You can only get this in Florida, Idaho for some reason, and Tennessee. This is going to be the inaugural cracking of. You see that, bud?
Oh,
that's hard
Mountain Dew. What flavor is that?
This is just Mountain Dew flavor, but I did get the variety pack. So we're gonna crack a hard Mountain Dew right now. It's not a seltzer. It's zero sugar, so I don't know how much Mountain Dew it could be. But we're about to see This is a good experiment. This, under the heading of things that should never have existed. Hitler's mustache and hard Mountain Dew.
Hitler's mustache, Larry, and hard Mountain Dew.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
How do we feel?
It tastes like Diet Mountain Dew.
So could be worse.
Yeah, I was really expecting something more hellacious than that. Don't worry, I do have the Baja Blast hard Mountain Dew right here.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be my backup. I was expecting that to be worse. Shit, that tastes like diet soda. Yeah. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. Let me put my boner away and we can move on.
No, keep it out for the kids.
Yeah, for the Laotian kid that I had to get back.
That's so crazy. You bought and paid for the whole, just not for the plane.
Bartered. Paid. But but a deal was struck, though. You're right. I think that's what's important.
Yeah, some of those Florida chickens went missing so that you could just have a houseboy.
I went from fucking house man. I've been told after the slap the third time. I've been told, that's a white ibis. Yeah, our special guest host Nikki informed me she actually knows what these things are in my yard.
I love it. I showed it to her and I was like, what kind of Pokemon is this? And she was like, well, let me look it up. And I'm like, no, you don't understand what we do for this show. We don't use facts. No,
truth.
We just guess.
Mm-hmm.
We give it our best guess. This is for sure. This microphone is for sure going to fall at some point during the recording.
Possibly on some manner of wildlife. Speaking of which, I can hear the birds in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's delightful, actually. It's not bad.
Yeah, I almost put the bird feeder right behind me so that the YouTube video might get like some birds coming in. Really get
with the one squirrel that you were trying to kill for the last 3 years.
That son of a bitch. He is just a thieving little bastard. Like, I don't mind if you take a little, but he just clears out the whole bird feeder, and that's just not cool. That's why we get the dog all riled up when he's out here. And we're like, hey, get him. And she's like, "Fah!" And she gets halfway up the tree. It's pretty impressive.
My nuisance creatures are much different than the Midwest. We got fucking lizards out here. We got these ibis bastards that are just digging holes in my front yard. I don't even know what's going to eat the tomatoes that can grow year round, but I'm sure something likes them. And the palmetto bugs, which come in from outside every once in a bit. That's a nice way of saying a cockroach the size of your fucking thumb. Your thumb, not my thumb. It's the size of your thumb, or this Laotian guy's crank. They're fucking huge, and they sneak in from outside. You only see one like every month, but when you do, you know it because you can ride it. And if you slap it, it smells like your floor farted for a week. It's great.
Just like one of those Laotian kids that you try to get, you slap it, it lets out a little gas, and there we go. Is it weird that I think I get better reception out here than I do in the danger dungeon? And that's where the goddamn router is.
Well, I thought just that like people receive you better, just like your whole general aura is nicer.
Hello, neighbors. So I didn't tell you I was sick this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, no, I didn't have the plague, no COVID, because I took like 3 tests and they were all negative, so I was like, all right, I'm good to go. But yeah, just had a
after
cold.
The second one, did you realize that the swab doesn't go in your pee hole?
I was supposed to realize
Never mind. Yeah, no.
Because it just said to swirl it around your mucous membrane, and
yeah.
So, well, I mean, I'm still going to keep the doctor's appointment tomorrow to get that one removed.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean that's definitely still the next step.
I can still urinate. It's just like 2 different streams. And yeah, one's hitting the trash can, one's hitting the roll of toilet paper, so it's not going on the floor, and I think that's okay.
It's more of a Bellagio fountain effect than the solid stream.
Yeah, and there are multiple colors at this point, and
every 15 minutes,
every 15.
But that happens when you get older. That's a prostate thing.
That's why we're doing this outside today, so that
and there's a hole in your chair.
And there is a hole in my chair, and I can just let go. No, dude, I haven't been sick for 2 years. And so like it hit, and I was like, oh, at first I was like, oh man, allergies are bad, and they are, this time of year, the allergies always hit me a little bit. And so that was Monday night. And then Tuesday morning, I woke up and went, oh no. And then by Tuesday at noon, I just called my boss and was like, I'm not doing this anymore today. And he's like, well, if you need to take tomorrow off, let me know. And I woke up Wednesday and I was like, oh yeah, I'm worse. I'm not going to even attempt this. But then by like Thursday night, I started feeling a lot better. But it was so weird because, again, I've not been sick for 2 years because I haven't seen anybody or I've been wearing a mask. So now I was just like, I'm going to die. This is what death feels like. I'm pretty sure. And then I tell myself, don't stop being a pussy. It's a sniffle, you dumbass.
Any excuse really for me nowadays. I'm like, no, I'm not doing any work. I feel a little Republican today. So I watched a couple episodes of something on Fox and Friends, and now I can't deal with anything right now.
Boy, do I get that. Like, I shut down if I have Fox and Friends on. My head tilts. I just pull like the Forrest Gump, where it's just like powering down now. We're all done.
That's not true. I don't even know what channel it's on.
I think it's on Fox.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Fox and Friends right after Republican Doreen the Explorer.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it can't be Dora. They won't accept that. But if it's Doreen,
and it's explorers are very, very old-fashioned gender issues.
she explores Kohl's and Target every episode.
No, you misread that. It's coal mines and Target.
Coal mines and Target.
I made the same mistake. I glanced over the copy too.
Yeah. Damn it.
Oh, speaking of which, do we still have a sponsor? I've been gone for a while.
Yeah, we sure do. And that's well, I can't talk about it yet. But there's probably some cool stuff coming up with those guys. But yeah,
cool.
I didn't bring a notebook out, so to mark when we are doing the commercial break.
It's right after the lame joke that I made about Fox and Friends, and then coal mine.
Like I actually listen to the show when I edit it. So we're just gonna open up the old.
You edit this
to make sure that the sound isn't as shitty.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know you clip a lot of my shit out, and thank you for that. By the way, you're still on my Christmas card list.
Yeah, well, it's when you use the hard R, that's why I have to get in there and do some stuff.
It's this random N word that you have to get rid of.
Like nincompoop. All right.
No, Republican. That's the N word.
Hey, Smith, let's talk about Split Society, huh?
I've heard of them.
They offer unmatched quality with these 100% natural leaf spliffs.
What's that mean?
Well, they're hand-picked, they're hand-rolled, they're by professional artisans. All of their spliffs are toasted to provide.
What's an artisan?
It's like somebody who builds something, but they're very good at it, and they are on TikTok.
So there is the exact opposite of what we do with this podcast.
Yeah, it's like I'm an artist, but I make a little bit of money at it, and I'm also a hipster, and I need the validation.
Oh, so almost like what we do with this podcast.
Pretty close, yeah. Their splits are toasted to provide a harmonic balance. That is a bullshit word, by the way, and I love these guys. That's a very bullshit word. Low smoke, yeah.
I've had a harmonic. I've had harmonic experiences. Mostly
when it comes to smoking something.
We should probably move on. I don't want to be implicated in a crime.
And relaxed flavor, so they won't interfere with the taste of your favorite herb. They're 100% organic, all-natural spliffs, and no filter, no glue, no wax, no chemicals. This is all true. And no, you know the word.
Bullshit.
The spliffs are velvet to the touch. From any orifice, they are.
Yeah,
they
which I've tried all of the orifices.
I really wish you would stop, because the pictures from the burning.
Yeah.
Why do you keep sending me the pictures?
Well, because I feel close to you, and I feel like this just draws us in and makes the podcast stronger.
butthole to butthole.
Just smashing buttholes.
Well, which makes the next phrase with an even smooth pull even more reticent.
Which is so appreciated when you're going butthole to butthole.
They fit the bill. Best on the planet. So stop wasting your time and money.
The bill. I had an Uncle Bill.
You fit your Uncle Bill?
I don't. We should probably talk about spliftsociety.org, though.
Did you fit your Uncle Bill, or your Uncle Bill had a fit? Stop wasting your time and money spitting or splitting and licking those tire rolls ever again. Their spliffs allow for a clean and quick pack every time.
Just
Larry,
like
they're
my
made to smoke.
Scoutmaster.
I was about to make a joke, but now I'm just reminding myself of my old Scoutmaster. I say,
Yeah. Old Spice and cherry tobacco.
So pack it to share and enjoy.
And remember to use promo code Zig and Larry at checkout.
Did not go well.
That was perfect.
Really?
Yes.
No.
This is also part of the ad.
And we're back. All
Hey!
right.
Be sure to use code Zig and Larry at checkout.
Use promo code Zig and Larry, all caps. Oh, dude. So I can't not talk about this. So yesterday was like the first day that Nicole and I really get to spend like the whole day together. With just the two of us. We started, like, got up, made breakfast, and now I will say I had a show Friday night. I was left unsupervised downtown, and didn't get home until pretty late. So Saturday, get up, we make breakfast, we start about noon, just going out, having drinks, enjoying stuff. She wanted to hit a few stores. It was a nice day.
Do you have a new dog? You told me you were going to go hit an adoption thing.
No, all they had was cats. And
so you're fine.
Yeah, we walked through and like, hey, look at that kitten. It looks sassy. The rest of this, there was one cat that was just like, I thought it was dead because it was just so flat and laid out. Like it was splayed. It looked like it was getting ready for what do you do?
Tanning?
Yes. Yes. When you dissect, that's what I would.
Delightful.
I reached in and like did pet its head, and it opened one eye, and I was like, maybe this one, maybe this cat.
Are the 6-year-olds crying? It's time to cut open a dead cat.
I was like, man, I could deal with this guy, but so we're down. We start all over town, and we end up downtown for our buddy's birthday bash at Buzz Bomb. And speaking of which, Buzz Bomb, I can't show you the back because it would take too much effort, but I'm part of the Buzz Bomb drinking team. It's rad.
We compete against ourselves mostly.
Our livers.
Yeah.
And good sense. But so we're downtown.
And solid shits.
Yes. And we're like, God, we're gonna go get a drink at this other place, the other bar that we hadn't been in forever. That's where we had the shot the dead Nazi, and I got to yell at the bartender, 2 dead Nazis, please. And he goes, because 2's better than 1. And I was like, oh, I'm in the right place. I love it. Because fuck Nazis.
It's a bold stance. It's a bold stance,
right? I know it's
no, it's okay. You can, but only against their will.
Exactly. And really,
yeah, I feel okay about it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I wouldn't call it a joke, actually, but
yeah, that's more of a stance. But so I'm not going to say the name of the place we went to get pizza, because we decided there's a place where you can get some real fancy pizza with like real fancy ingredients or toppings or whatever you want to call it. And
I was with you either way. I would have came with you on your journey.
Well, because it's fancy artisan pizza, I feel like it's ingredients, not toppings.
Okay.
So we go, and I told Nick, I was like, whatever you want. And I assumed she would get like a margarita pizza because that's her favorite.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
She was so hungry that she saw it was a smoked brisket and macaroni and cheese pizza.
Huh. I
Uh,
feel like I should really want that, but I have no idea how I feel about that.
I
I like all
was
those things.
right. I like if they had just given me like smoked brisket, macaroni, and cheese, and the pickled red onion
Mm-hmm.
all separate, I'd have been real happy with it.
There's like a lot of things at once that I like a lot, but like I don't want like a blowjob and throwing axes in the same like moment. You know
No,
what I mean? Like you don't need to pile on everything you like at once.
yeah, sometimes too much of a good thing is too much.
Just a throwing axe so I can get the Hummer.
just dodge an axe, or it's a great way to die. Um, which is dodge an axe, or that's a great way to die is the name of a chapter in my memoir. So they bring this thing out, and it is the sloppiest, gloppiest. We're like, because when she told me, I was like, okay. Now we've had a lot to drink, so I don't want a heavy thing, but I was real like, okay, this is what she wanted. And I took a bite and I was like, well, first I tried to pick up a piece and all of it just slid off.
Okay.
And I was
So
like,
the tensile strength of this nightmare was not up to snuff.
no. And so I just had to immediately go back out and be like, can we get knives and forks? Because this tortilla that you served it on is a little limp at this point.
We're gonna need a ladle and a bucket for our pizza, please. Thank you.
And we ate some of it, and I was just like, she's like, can we take the rest of this home? And I was like, sure. And this is how I thought the pet adoption was going to go, where it was going to be, can we take this home? And I'd be like, sure, fine. You didn't, I was like, we both agreed that it wasn't like we got dinner so much as a chore. It just was like,
here's your problem. That'll be $28.50. Oh,
dude, it was like $33 pizza.
yeah. I mean brisket. You know,
Yeah. And I was like, I should like this. I should be happy with this.
on paper, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do the math, but you had in practice.
But we go back over to Buzzbomb to listen to the bands, and about like halfway through, I'm just leaning. And one of our buddies that was there, and he's like, hey, you okay? And I was like, I am not. Everything hurts. Should it hurt? Like I said, I was fine just having booze in my body. But then I put Frankenstein's pizza into myself, and I feel I just need to go home. And this was like 11:45, so we had been at it for almost 12 hours anyway. So it was time to go home. But I was just like, Nick's like, well, we'll take the pizza home. And this morning I looked at her, and it's there in the fridge, and I was like, are we both agreed that this is just an abomination and that it should be like just shunned from the tribe? And initially she reached into the fridge, started, but she goes, yes. And then she stopped and she's like, I feel like I should try it one more time. And I was like, you are a better human than I am.
Okay.
You are such a better, although, oh shit, she got so pissed last night, dude. We went into, there's an Italian restaurant that we wanted to try.
Before or after the pizza?
Before. This is why we ended up with pizza.
Okay.
We went to the different place. It took forever. Like they seated us, and then one of the waitresses yelled at the other one, wipe that table down before she seats us. And then she throws everything down and then the other waitress was like, did you dry off the table? And we're like, it's okay. We just want some. And then it took him like 15 minutes to get our drink order. We both got a glass of wine because we're like, sure, you can hear that. It sounds like an industrial vibrator going off in the neighbor's yard.
All I hear is a bird. I saw you look behind you like something was creeping up on you, like somebody coming in from the forest.
It could be. It's a loud whining. But I've never seen her so mad at a restaurant, because she was like, fuck this. We're not getting a fucking thing to eat. We're going to finish this wine. So they came over and she's like, we just need the check for the wine. We just came in for a drink. And then they both go behind the bar, which is like right next to our table. And it's another like 8 minutes. And Nick was just like, fuck this, and gets up, throws them a 20, and it was like, I don't need change. That's fine. We have to go. And I was like, oh, and we walk out, and she was just like, fuck them, fuck that place. I'm never going back. I'm telling everybody about it. And I was like, all right, well, let's get you some food, sweet pea.
Would you like to go to that fancy pizza place and become very confused? Let's go do that.
Let's try that. So yeah, that was but it ended up, I mean, it was all in all, it was a great day.
Well, every story needs conflict.
Yeah, it's a basic Freitag's pyramid, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means.
It's a writing guide. But yeah, we came home, both of us took our shoes off, and we're like, what should we put on TV? And then we both passed out in our chairs. It was perfect. It was a perfect old people into the day of, we've gone for 12 hours. You want a drink? Yeah, let's pick out something to watch first, and then we'll grab a
And then, with our genitals in our hand, we fell asleep in our chair.
Not even each other's genitals.
No.
Just our own. It just, hey, honey, I'm going to hold mine. Do you want to hold yours? Yes. Just pretend that's my hand. All right, I'll use both of mine. Excellent. Perfect. Hey, I don't know what YouTube's rules are, but here's the best part for me about being outside is
I don't think you can do that anymore. Can you do that now?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Either. Yeah, whatever.
I'll put a warning. I'll put a warning at the beginning of the video.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and hey, anybody that actually watches the video,
if anybody who's watching this is impressionable, their parents are doing a bad job anyway.
Actually, maybe my kids. So
I did say that on purpose.
Yeah, they are. Well, I mean, they are my kids. They're used to this. Oh my god.
Okay, now I can hear it. Yeah, somebody's building a shed directly behind you or something.
The building a shed, some manner of arc, perhaps.
Nice. How many cubits is the deck over there, Steve?
Maybe just a nice rig for my sex swing that I'm currently sitting in.
Well, it wasn't a sex swing before, but we're wearing the hole out of it, actually.
Oh, buddy, that doesn't look like it's got you high enough in the air. Let's get you up there.
Oh, speaking of which, Larry, not bad. We're gonna do it.
Did we inadvertently do a segue?
Kind of, yeah. Not exactly, but kind of. I'll take it. I'm gonna get to the bullshit now, if you don't mind, because I was inspired.
Absolutely.
By my horrific ability to impulse buy Mountain Dew, hard Mountain Dew. When I heard this was only going to be available in Florida and Tennessee, and for some reason Idaho, I was like,
that all makes sense. It all makes sense.
And it took me a while to find it, but I did. And it's disturbing. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not going to be like a staple, like, it's not like bread, milk, eggs, hard Mountain Dew. But it's all right. We're going to crack open the Baja here in a second. Hopefully that'll be fucking disgusting. But I wanted to talk because it inspired me to come up with some other products that were ill-fated, won't be around for a very long time, and failed miserably.
Excellent.
And spectacularly. So just for reference, on this list that I found, which came from, I don't care where it came from, it's not my list, but it was written very well by somebody very funny. The first thing is jarts. So we don't have to go there, but that's where we start. Okay, because we've talked about jarts before.
Oh yeah.
Jarts, of course, being launch this javelin at your buddy when you're 9 and try not to get that through your foot or face. I remember this one. So this is products ill-fated, don't believe they made it to market. And everybody said, what the fuck is the matter with you? You remember Kite tubes, Larry?
I'm sorry?
Kite tubes.
I do not.
Okay. So, tubing, like a river or a lake where you just get the big inflatable tube and you tow it behind a boat.
Yeah, hillbilly yachting. That's hillbilly yachting.
Yeah. You tow it behind a boat and then you take a real hard turn and then you drive the tube over the wake of the boat and you launch whoever's in there in the water and everybody laughs and they go back and pick them up. A kite tube is very similar to that, but it's got 2 big handles in the front and it's designed so that you could yank back on it and you get air. I'm talking 30 feet in the air.
Oh,
And this isn't that long ago. This is like the early 2000s.
hey y'all, you want to drown Jed? Let's try this.
In the mid aughts, I guess, kite tubes were the latest water sport craze. They were initially 10-foot wide inflatable boat tubes that were to be towed behind boats like any other raft, except these tubes were meant to be airborne. You pull on the front end, they would reach, get up to 30 feet, reach speeds of 20 to 35 miles an hour.
No.
Yes, not to be outdone, because there was another one called the Sevalor, whatever it does it, Ray Manta, but that was a pussy version that could only get up to 15 feet. And these people said we could do better.
No, I believe what they said was, "Hey, y'all, watch this." Oh my god!
How much would you pay, Larry, for the lovely ability to be unstrapped and unsupervised, 30 feet in the air, 20 miles an hour, hanging on to dear life to an inflatable tube, being drugged by what is probably another idiot?
I mean, I did it for free a few times, but let's say $150.
$500, but you know what? I would still do it.
You know what?
Especially 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god! If that had been we'd all. It's amazing none of us died anyway with the stupid stuff that we did.
In the 80s, I would buy this, but like 20 years ago, 2005, 2006, I mean, not even that long ago, there was, an advisory saying try to keep it under 20 miles an hour, because if you go faster than that, you'll get real high. So people went, oh, of course, we'll do that then. It did say use helmets, but
why? So sure, his cranium's fine, but his neck is all fucked up. I mean, hey, would you like to get a real good look at this boat propeller? Let's try one of tube kites.
So after they pulled him, only after 2 deaths, many injuries, but
deaths.
Only after 2 deaths. Well, if you hit the water at 30 miles an hour from 30 feet in the air, it's gonna feel like fucking concrete, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like jumping off the high dive. And you're not planning on hitting the water at that point either. You're just like, how many times have you been flying just a kite when you were a kid and the thing takes a nosedive for no reason,
right,
without a being attached to
it? Yeah, you pull that just wrong in a panic, and that just ends the day on the lake immediately.
Yeah, after 2 deaths, the company who created the was Sports Stuff. One word, Sports Stuff.
Sports Stuff.
They
knew that they weren't going to be around for very long. That's why they called themselves. They're like, what do we call it? I don't know. Let's get this out pretty quick. Sports Stuff. Really?
They did pull the kite tube off of the market, but the official quote was, "We have not been able to determine the cause of these deaths." You launched a fucking lunatic in the air. I'm guessing in Arkansas. Stop it. You allowed them to do this to themselves.
Who do we market this to? Frat houses and hillbillies. That's what
Absolutely.
we put it in every Casey's and Speedway truck stop that we can find near Lake of the Ozarks. And
everybody who's currently really, really bored with their fan boat, and they can't figure out something more stupid to do with it.
Oh my god. Yeah. The only thing better is if you were like facing off on, like, playing a game of chicken with your buddies on those boats with like, I got him this time. You got blades sticking out.
Some kind of jousting experience.
Just 2 of you, one on the back of the other. Lean forward, Clem. I got him this time.
We were going for jousting. It turned into more like human pawns in the air over the lake, but still.
Oh,
pawns is a reference nobody gets.
We called him lawn dart, even though he was on the water. Yeah, but when he hit the water, he just stuck. His feet were still up in the air for like a good 15 seconds.
What happened to Clem? We do not have to worry about what happened to Clem anymore. Clem's in a better place. Clem got himself a kite tube because the manta ray only went up to 15 feet above the ground.
He said, "That's for pussies."
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's halfway through the show, so I, of course, have to get the sniffles. This is from the 80s. I'm very pleased with this one, which I almost remember. I don't know if it was a fever dream or not. The Worm Getter.
I'm sorry.
It's the Worm Getter.
The Worm Getter. That's
That's the name of the product.
Wasn't there a girl in college we called that?
No, she. I'm not gonna.
Yep. Nope.
Yep, nope,
I wish
it.
I hadn't said it.
Nope, not going to. Thank you very much. It was a rod.
The early bird gets herpes.
The early bird gets to keep it too. It was a rod that you stuck into the ground when the ground was wet, that you plugged in, and it shocked your earth to make worms come up, so you didn't have to pay for the $1.50 to go get a thing of earthworms to go fishing in. Now, can you see the problem in the 1980s with giving a guy who needs to save himself $1.50 on bait, who can't quite figure out how to get worms himself, and say, we've got the exact right thing for you: electricity and moist.
Well, and the first time he did it, he was like, I bet I could get more money if I go down to the Casey's and wait for unsuspecting travelers to come out with their tube kite, and now I zap him in the butthole. And okay, can I admit something? Because everyone that's listened to this and I grew up real hilljack.
Mm-hmm.
When we had folks coming over for a fish fry, we would and you have to say it like that. We got folks coming over for a fish fry. Oh, are we going down to the river? No, we're going down to the pond.
Oh, I was gonna say crick. Damn it. Okay.
No, well, we had a crick, but we had to go to the pond because that's where the big fish was. And the crick is where we set up to catch crawdads. So my dad retrofitted a generator, like a crank generator. Took the crank off, fit it so he
that
could
was the girl from college, the crank generator.
Yeah, the crank generator, and would take a cordless cordless drill and would attach it to the generator, and then he had two cables that came off to about a 12 to 14 foot metal rod that we would take out to the middle of the pond, stick it down into the water and hammer it, and then he would clamp the cables onto the rod and then crank the generator until just enough to get the water bubbling. And he would like, and the blah, 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 and then he'd stop me like, you don't want to do it too much, because they start.
You don't want to do it at all.
They start cooking, and then we would just wait for the fish to come up, and then you would just scoop them up. We were not sporting like.
No,
it was.
No.
Yeah. It was really something. That's some hillbilly shit.
See, no, I could almost respect it if it started with, I was watching the David Attenborough about the electric moor eels. And I'm not sure moor eels are electric, but you get the idea. And I figured I could also catch my prey using modern technology.
Right.
Edison used to kill fucking elephants with this shit, so why can't I kill a fish?
Yep.
But, I'm going to do, expose children to the water first.
Well... Oh boy, that's getting closer. That just sounds that sounds like that joke in Naked Gun.
Seamless. Sorry,
Seamless.
I'm sitting here sniffling like a goddamn, like the weird 4-year-old that nobody wants to give a hug. It's like, God damn, he's always covered in chocolates, got snot just in his mouth from his nostril, like that kid. God, it's unfucking fathomable.
Okay. Just again, I like being outside. I hope this works out. Because I would like to do more.
You are more of an outside cat, let's be honest.
I am. I am domesticated. But I can still roam the streets when I need to.
That was a jarring little thing. Hey, what were we talking about before? No, it doesn't matter. Baja Blast. Oh, okay, yeah, that's terrible. Excellent. That is exactly what I didn't want.
Okay, so it does not taste like Baja Blast.
Honestly, it might. I don't have any frame of reference for that.
Okay.
I know Mountain Dew didn't grow up as hill jack as you, but I did drink Mountain Dew quite a bit. I was a degenerate though. When cigarettes were still $2 a pack. When I was 16, my lunch money paid for a small bag of Doritos, 1 Mountain Dew, and a pack of smokes that I gave to an 18-year-old kid. Like, go buy the money. Like, go buy me a pack of smokes with this. So I know I'm from Mountain Dew. Baja Blast, I don't think I've ever had before. So this is our first foray into that. But oh god. Okay, well, because I've confused myself, let's move on. Hey, Larry, did you know that there was a vibrating Harry Potter broom for kids?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Because I didn't. How great is that?
That was a product that ended up, mommy wanted to play with that one. And so did daddy.
You're not lying. It came from Mattel. Like, it wasn't a small company. It went through a lot of stages.
Same company that makes the magic wand.
It went through magic wand. Where I lost it. At a private toy fair, then Mattel marketing director, Taurus Searset, then marketing director, clad in a sweater vest with the Hogwarts gold seal, tucked the curved handle between his legs, and skipped around the stage to the beat of flying sounds made by the broom. In response, toy retailers expressed doubts, not about the toy itself, what about at the time, they were just like, well, we don't know if the hype for the Harry Potter movies is going to be that good. Because this was like right before they started to come out, you know?
Right.
So they didn't know if it was going to be a big name for anything. Obviously, that was wrong. Some of them were being like sold out of toy stores by sex shops who marked up the price twice and were actually getting rid of them in their sex shop. Yeah.
Now that's America, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I like to see.
Here are some actual reviews written by parents. Ready?
Beyond ready.
June 11th, 2002. Excellent. When my 12-year-old daughter asked for this Nimbus 2000 vibrating broomstick for her birthday, I kind of wondered if she was too old for it, but she seems to love it. Her friends love it too. They play for hours in their bedroom with this great Harry Potter broomstick toy. They really seem to like the special effects it offers, the sound effects. My oldest daughter, 17, really likes it too. I recommend this for all children.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That cannot be real.
It's real in that it was put on Amazon. Now, I don't know if it was done ironically or not, because some people do things ironically, like my mother, who and some people do not. Like my mother, who accidentally named her 2 dogs Max and Flo, not realizing that her dog's Flomax, a men's medication for helping them piss with a large prostate. Right. She didn't realize that she did that. It's very funny, and I wish she would have done it on purpose, but still. August 28th, 2002, Harry Potter toy. I recently bought the Nimbus 2000 toy for my son. He's a huge Harry Potter fan. Seen the movie 32 times in the theaters, and even made this fact even made the paper. The toy gives him the ability to fly around the house, zapping things. The only problem I see with the Harry Potter broomstick toy is that the batteries drain so very fast, and his sister fights him over it. So now I need to buy her a second one. I want to believe that one is coming from somebody.
I want to get one from eBay and test it out.
They've got to be still up there. They've since pulled them for obvious reasons. Yeah,
and then sold the technology to AdamandEve.com. Yes, AdamandEve.com. Do you have a Harry Potter fetish? Well, we've got the broom for you. The Nimbus 2000.
Get your 12-year-old off with the Nimbus 2000.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm. The whole broomstick was just all D batteries by the end. They kept revamping it. It weighed 13 pounds by the end of that.
That's why you have to have a friend to help you. That's why if you've got a Harry Potter fetish, if you like to pretend you're Hermione and he's Ron, or vice versa, head on over to AdamandEve.com. AdamandEve.com. Use promo code Zig and Larry.
This one is the upgraded model. Runs on an even mixture. Has a pull start.
Don't mind the fumes.
put this on the fucking kite tube, you will achieve flight. You'll hit puberty midair on the way to your death.
I went up a boy, I came down a man, a hairy man.
I came down a puddle.
I came down with ruined swim shorts. That's what
I went up a boy, I came down with questions.
about so many things. For one, what was that button deep up inside my butthole that I kept giving a shiver to? I think I've discovered something I like.
Okay, now I can hear the thing. Speaking of which, it just sounds like you're riding the goddamn toy. Now I can
I
hear
am actually. No. Surprise.
I'm going to go down to the basement. I got something for you. You can't get rid of this thing. It's the hand-me-down. It just won't go away. It's really worn around the middle, though.
just like that HPV.
Why is it so worn around the tip? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I smoothed it down so it wasn't a hazard to anybody. I didn't want that to be. Can I play with it? Probably. You don't want to. Trust me. That one's just for me.
Hey, remember when the Heinz company fucked up their own flagship product?
When they made purple ketchup? Is this when they...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Long story short, they put in so much dye, they could no longer legally call it tomato ketchup. It was all food coloring because they had to get it the horrifically brown shit purple that they were going for. And then the marketing department decided to call it the Easy Squirt. Easy Squirt. And guess what happens when you Google Easy Squirt? You don't come up with your little.
You come up with the Nimbus 2000.
Come up with the Nimbus 2000. What parent is having a hard time getting their kids to eat ketchup? And why is that an issue in the first place? I don't think they're getting enough ketchup. What?
Well, I don't know. The school says it's a vegetable, so that's what. Yeah, that's what AdamandEve.com when they bought the technology. That's just what they started calling the Nimbus 2000. We can't call it that. We got to call it the Easy Squirt.
That's what it was, because marketing people and business people are the dumbest fucking people on the planet. They don't understand that one thing is not for the other. And in 2000, Heinz released Blasting Green ketchup because it was a Shrek thing. That's what it was. And it was popular because they had a picture of fucking Shrek on it, and kids wanted it, because there's a picture of the fucking Shrek on it. So they didn't realize that kids liked Shrek. They thought the kids liked colored mayonnaise or colored fucking condiments. So they decided to come up with Easy Squirt, the purple condiment for your goddamn sandwiches.
Easy Squirt, the purple is that is my favorite thing you've ever said.
God damn it. Awesome orange, totally teal, stellar blue, passion pink, and funky purple. Funky purple was black, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, funky purple was goddamn black. And it didn't even taste like ketchup anymore. It just tasted like purple.
I don't think even you and I or our group of idiots would have bought that. I think we were all like, maybe not. Maybe we don't do that. We put enough weird chemicals into our body. Maybe we shouldn't do this one.
You're eating like garbage anyway in college. Eat enough of that stuff. Your shit's just going to come out like sherbet. Calm down. Don't spit it out, honey. Nice girl swallow.
I'm a good girl, Daddy. I'm a good girl. Oh, that wouldn't nearly get, because I took a big old swig. I'm like, I want to finish this because it's starting to, the copper's starting to warm up a little bit in the sun. I love that it's like 58 degrees here, and I'm out in flip flops and shorts, and I'm like, God, I'm kind of warm in the sun. I love being a Midwesterner. I got to admit, I love being a Midwesterner because
I sweat my tits off every day now. I got tit sweat constantly.
You got tits. Mm-hmm. One, you live in a place that causes that. Two, you got tits now, and that's something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, buddy. You've earned them.
To have them. Absolutely.
You've earned them.
Oh, that was another thing. So the weird thing that really upsets me is that the product actually worked for a while. People are sheep, and they just they'll buy garbage like that. Easy Squirt made
I buy canned cocktails, and you buy alcoholic Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we're fucking idiots.
We're all fucking idiots.
All people are idiots. 2015, however, they fucked up when a German man, I'm not going to pronounce this German, but however it's supposed to be pronounced, Dan Carell, however you pronounce that if you're German, Scan the QR code on a Heinz ketchup bottle to enter the company's online contest. But the QR code that he scanned directed him to the hardcore pornography site Fundorado, which I don't even know what Fundorado does, but I get you, it ain't condiments.
Well, hold on. I don't mind. Let's
Okay.
Come on, face recognition. It's still my face. I know it looks terrible, but fun. Okay, so let's. Sorry.
That's why you're looking that up. In response to the incident, Fundorado posted on its Facebook page, "Hello, Dan Carell. Wow, has Heinz perhaps confused Fundorado's sexy Lila with its Lila ketchup easy squirt? However, you won't, of course, be going away empty-handed. We're giving you a year's free access to Fundorado.com."
Can you spell it? Please spell it. Fundorado.
R-A-D-O. One word. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You froze. That was the one time we actually froze, which I'm impressed since being outside. What? Say it again.
Capital F-U-N, capital D-O-R-A-D-O. Fundorado.com. I don't know if it's just some random innocuous fucking site or what.
It still exists.
Oh, okay. Anything good?
Still exists. It is a pay site.
Well, they had to give the guy free access to it, so you know. Good for them. Good for the good people at Fundorado.
Yeah, no kidding. Good for you. All right.
Those are the people who came up with cake farts. Cake farts.
Ooh, they have live shows.
It's a porn site. Okay. So they're not reinventing the titty wheel. Okay.
No. They just it's a lot of live shows, a lot of this actually seems like a legit site where they pay their let's call them artists.
Okay.
Ooh, a lot of German stuff.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Stewardessen Könens besser.
That's
Herbstfrügenflur.
Oh.
Although that could also be Scandinavian. I have no idea.
This episode of Zigglary brought to you by Confusing European Pornography. That's right. Confusing European Pornography. We know you're still going to tug to it.
Fast and Furious BDSM tools.
Whoa. No. I don't care if you're German. If you're using tools as opposed to toys, you take your time.
Ooh. Alles für die Kohl. I believe that's starring Sylvia. Yeah, that's the best I got for you.
Is that the name of a movie?
Yes. ALLES.
You know, Fundorado is the AdamandEve.com of Berlin. That's what it is. They still have movies.
And I believe that one is starring
For every
Sylvia
Jurgen,
Sage.
we'll give you 19 free Jurgens.
Jurgen being what you get when you sit on the Nimbus 2000 for 5 minutes.
Absolutely. You get yourself a wet Nimbus 2000.
Yeah, but I believe that one that I was just talking about is starring Sylvia Sage. Sylvia Sage, if you're not familiar, she's putting in the work. And you gotta appreciate an artist putting in the work.
As in she's getting up there in years, or she's
she is considered a MILF. She is considered she's hitting MILF. I don't know a lot of I couldn't give you a lot of names of current porn.
Well, we just hit one on random at a German site, and you picked up on it like fucking immediately. So maybe
she's the one. She's the one. She's the one.
She's obviously the one. Yeah, that's the coincidence is astounding to me.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Who I'm trying to come up with any other names, and I got nothing. Here's the reason I can remember Sylvia.
Gun to your head. Can come up.
We saw her in a documentary Nicole and I did, and so I remember her. So when she pops up, and I'm like, oh, there she is, and she puts in the work. She is dedicated to her craft, and I appreciate that about her.
Is that what you appreciate about her, Larry?
That is what I appreciate about her.
Letterkenny jokes, anybody?
That's right. I'm like a weird combination of Wayne and Squirrely Dan. Like if Wayne and Squirrely Dan.
That's a very good way to describe you.
Yeah. Yep. It's and I'm okay with it.
Hey, remember pregnant Barbie?
No, and I still refuse to take that paternity test.
I don't know how I feel about this. It doesn't seem that there's something wrong with me, but I also don't have a daughter. But it was a Barbie doll. It wasn't actually even Barbie. I think it was. Hold on, there's the products right here. It was Midge. It just says Midge and Baby, but Midge had a baby bump, right? Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
She was several months along, but you unclipped the baby bump, and there's a baby inside of it. And then you just throw that away, and she's still got a six-pack underneath, and then she can hold her little plastic baby, like she just found the thing in New Orleans, like the cake, whatever the fuck it is. The baby.
Like I found King Baby. I found King Baby.
She has to do the party next year because she bit into this thing. Yeah, Barbie's best friend Midge got knocked up.
And I know people had problems with it because Midge wasn't married.
Yeah, this says Midge's boyfriend turned husband, Alan. Alan knocked her up and did the right thing, apparently. As if
you understand that Alan and Ken were sneaking out in the Barbie dream car all on their own. They were like, no, we're going. No, ladies, you have a ladies' night in. We're going bowling. And all I'm saying, I don't care. Just live your truth, boys. Alan and Ken. I feel like there should be a whole line. Instead of like Ken and Barbie, it should be like Alan and Ken who get their own dream house. And then have like a Barbie and Midge who come with their own U-Haul and like 6 Huskies. And and like 2 Subarus that they.
I was gonna say, yeah, and other fucking stereotypes that seem to fit still.
Okay.
And a flannel shirt with a tie and suspenders.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: Subaru. I think we've talked about it on this show. Subaru legit marketed to lesbians.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah,
they purposely did that.
And so did the entire industry that creates husky dogs.
It's not really an industry. So it's just a lot of people who have eyes that point in the different color directions. Jesus Christ, the sniffling, the swallowing, it's disgusting. I should not have a microphone. Christ.
Nah,
we're
baby,
going down, fuckers. We're going down.
This is what the people want. Give them what they want.
Tell me we got time for one more.
Oh, we got time for whatever you want to do, baby boy.
Okay. Well, this is going to be my last one.
Okay.
Because this is the Coups de Grace.
The Coups de Grace.
A lot of these were toys. This is definitely not a toy, and it was in the 70s. And it just reeks. Yep. It just
reeks.
Yeah, most likely of just. And I know I don't have a leg to stand on, but it's just so obvious that this is a product that was come up by men, and it got all the way from the drawing room to the shelves at the Walgreens before somebody went, no, honey, no.
Oh God, no.
It was a brand of tampons called Rely. Okay?
Can you say that one again?
It's a brand of tampons. I believe it's called Rely, R-E-L-Y.
Okay.
But I'm going to pronounce it really because they were designed to be left inside for the woman's entire cycle.
No.
From stem to stern.
Nope.
From the sound of the gun to the finish line.
No.
The same fucking harpoon up in your business.
Hey, would you like the same wad of cotton in your lady business for 2 weeks? I say 2 weeks. It's a week. I know this. Unless it's a heavy. Sometimes it is.
Whatever it is, 3 days to 7 years. Not sure.
I'm not sure. I've only been married twice and have a daughter and all sisters. What do I know? I've just been hearing about it my entire life. But yeah, okay. And Nicole wouldn't care about this. She was like, there was one day we were getting ready to leave. She's like, I gotta, because it's her time of the month, and she's like, I need to change the. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, you got to swap out the tampon. I was like, I'm not in a hurry. Toxic shock is a real thing. Go take care of it. And she stopped and she was like, oh my God, I'm going to send a text to your sisters and say thank you. And I was like, yeah, because it's them. that did it. That made sure that this, like at 5 years old, my sisters would give me money and send me down to the store and be like, buy tampons. And I'd be like, I don't want to do that. And they're like, you're going to buy tampons because one day you're going to have a wife or you're going to have a daughter and you aren't going to care. And we're going to make sure you don't care because that's a real man that does that. And I was like, oh.
You should be so lucky that you have somebody, a woman in your life who loves you enough to have you go do that.
Yes.
Shut up, stupid. Go pick him up. Who cares?
Yeah.
Now, I will say that when I send out to get products, I'm like, do me a favor, take a picture of the box and send it to me. I don't want to get the wrong thing because I don't know how to comparison shop. But just to make it easy on me. But I do the same thing when I go to the hardware store. If I have to buy a certain nut, I'll make sure that I have it in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just for size comparison. That's the general idea. You don't want to just jot that down. You just look at this. Okay, yeah, these two things look exactly alike. That's what I require.
Yep.
Makes it easy.
It absolutely does. Look, I have no problem. Nick needs me to go pick him up. I don't have any problem with that. I've never had any problem with that because thank God my sisters were like, don't be a pussy. Yeah. Go buy me some tampons. You got it. Whatever you need.
3 years before we were born, my friend, Procter & Gamble, not some guy named Lenny, Procter & Gamble released Really Rely, a brand of super absorbent tampons. They were advertised to say that they could absorb nearly 20 times their weight in fluid, which is probably true, but that doesn't make it good. While other tampons at the time used cotton or rayon. Rely tampons were made with CMC, carbimethylcellulose, an edible thickener used in foods like pudding and ice cream, and compressed polyester beads for absorption.
No.
As a result, the brand claimed to hold up longer than other tampons, which meant people could leave a lot of tampons in for longer. Oh God! Tell me how many people died from
this. This was made by the kind of guy that thinks that when diapers say good to up to 20 pounds, that means weight of the waist, not the baby.
Yeah, you better be talking about the amount of heroin you can smuggle in that thing. That's the only thing I'm going to accept out of you.
Good up to 20 pounds. What? No. What the fuck? Why are we?
We talking about smack? We're talking about smack, right?
We're talking about smack. Some of that business, some of that good black tar.
Mm-hmm. So there we go. I'm still drinking this Baja. There's just some of the many products I'm sure that managed to get all the way to the market before people were like, "Ooh, them brake pads don't make the car stop." Yikes with that.
Yikesy doodles. No, thank you. No, oh, that was a wonderful journey. And,
I'm gonna come up with other stupid ideas like toilet paper where you can use both sides on stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, reversible TP, and edible underwear. Nope, that's already a thing.
That's the thing. That's really just you're just putting a real thick fruit roll.
See-through bras. How about bras?
I'm sure that's a thing.
I'm sure it is, but I'm just saying, stupid things that men come up with.
Sports in general. How about that?
Sports in general. That's
sports where people don't die. I'm all for gladiatorial events, but it's for your limbs, not for points. You know what I mean? If you get a trophy at the end, who cares? But if you get to keep your schwanz, that's what people really.
That's real stakes.
Yeah.
You didn't do much during the game, but you still get a giant diamond ring. I don't think so.
No.
But you get one guy that's sitting there going, maybe, I don't know. What does the crowd think? And, that's some real sportsman shit right there. All right, pal. Tell me what we learned today.
Well, we learned that you're happiest when you're out in the elements.
I am. This is fantastic.
Even if your neighbors are putting in a pool or possibly chopping up a body in a wood chipper, whatever the hell they were doing.
I think it's the latter. I think there was definitely. I think Steve Buscemi was getting shoved into the old chipper. I think we had a Fargo situation going on behind me.
We learned actually what we used to know. What I still know is that I am fucking allergic to computers. I hate computers so much. I snot when I do this thing. It's horrible. It just comes out of me. I don't know.
And that's what The same thing happens to me when I ride the Nimbus 2000.
And I also learned that I got a whole lot of fucking diet soda to drink.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
that's going to be here until the fallout. Hopefully a hurricane will take that before I finish the last one.
Hopefully I can give it to the sea.
What do you think we learned?
I think that we learned that no matter how dumb we think we are, there's obviously people in higher positions that are dumber than us.
Teams of them. That's not like one guy bringing something to market and going on fucking Shark Tank. You know what I mean? That's like one idiot. And his boss went, you know who needs to hear about this? Mr. Jenkins. Like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
Yeah, it's it took a whole team of stupid to make some things happen.
But either that or just a team of stupid with a handful of assholes. Because in the market at Mattel, or like in the marketing department at Mattel, there's a couple of guys going, what are you taking to market? Anderson's going to do a vibrating broom for kids to put between their legs. Oh, he's going to get real fired. Fucking let him do it.
Oh, yeah.
Anderson and Big Wilkinson are going to get the shit canned.
This is how we get rid of Anderson.
Yep. Let him do it. Oh, I'm not signing anything. No. I was not a part of any of these board meetings. No. My name is not on this fucking. That's all you.
No, I was working on the vibrator for kids. No, that wasn't me. I was working on the tube kite. Yeah, and we only killed two people. We only killed two people, and that's all we did. All right, you get to keep your job, Wilkinson. You gotta go. Yeah, fucking perv.
That was the thing in that fucking meeting. It was like people over at Manta Ray, they got this thing where you strap it to the back of your boat, you get 50 feet, and you fly around. It's ridiculous, right? It's like, yeah, we can do better. What? No.
No. This isn't a challenge.
No.
Phil, no, this isn't it. No. Vibrators for kids. Fuck.
Why are we doing this? Because I hate people who live on fucking lakes. That's why. Okay, shit.
All right, well, shit.
All right.
Hey, guess what, buddy?
What's that?
I love you. And I missed you.
I love you back. I missed you too, bro.
The best part's about hanging out with these guys. God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfucker.